What's poppin', y'all? PlaqueboyMax is the gift that keeps on giving, but for any women in his future, he won't be delivering the same gifts that the stork brings, because he would hop on stream and say the following.
I got a vasectomy. Yeah, I got a vasectomy, guys, and I had to, you feel me, to, obviously heal. But yeah, bro. I don't really want, I'm just telling y'all this because I want to be aware, transparent with y'all about where I was, but I'm not finna go into details about my personal beliefs or why I'm doing the things I do. You feel me? And just leave it at that, and I need y'all to just respect. As I know, I posted a video a little while back. I told y'all, I say, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm addicted to bad real shit. On some, I can't help myself, bro. Real shit, bro. It just, and took that shit all the way wrong. Oh, this is a gooner. He beat his meat every day. Bro, yes, I used to be. We all have. But that's not the point. That wasn't on some gooning shit. I was dead on some, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I can't help myself. I get distracted by beautiful women and people I'm dealing with when I should be focused on what I'm trying to do. I have a lot I want to accomplish.
So the video he's referencing is the one of his addiction.
I didn't realize how bad my shit got. I have a very addictive personality, bro. I love that on God. I should be putting that on God. I love beautiful women. It's low-key addiction. If y'all take a look, I'm going to scroll and screen record. If y'all take a look at my, explore page, I just can't help myself. Okay, y'all look too good. What am I supposed to do? I can't help myself. Y'all look too good. It'd be f***ing me up. Real shit. So it's bro, I got to get lust out of my system. I want to change who I am as a person. I want to get lust out of my system. And I'm going to be honest, I want to stop smoking weed, but I'm not going to lie. I was about to light a blunt right now. I'm I was doing some research. I'll be deep diving, researching into music stuff. It really fascinates me, and I like learning about it. And I'm trying to just consume more, bro. You are what you eat. And I be consuming bull. Twitter, y'all got me f***ed up. One scroll, I'm out here seeing AI getting slapped on a face. That's not it. Just random shit, bro. That's bad consumption. Now, look at me. I'm not doing well. If I start consuming things that can better my life, for example, not on some KC3, reading books with a timer. Shout out my VVet soldiers. But nah, more so on some let me learn about things I'm interested in and fields I'm interested in. Let me just consume more of that. Bro, why have I not sat and watched a movie on my own or just in general in the past 5 years? Bro, I can't name you out the last movie I watched. Coach Carter, actually. I watched that bit. But honestly, I couldn't even sit through it. I watched it in 4 parts. And I don't even think I finished it. And I was high for half the movie, so I don't remember half of it. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm real life cooked, bro. I'm starting to realize how cooked I am.
So this was just 2 months ago, and, oversharing, TMI, that just seems to be something in, I would say people younger than PlaqueboyMax, because PlaqueboyMax is 23. Usually, I would expect that from people under 21, that they just grew up oversharing everything to TikTok. But here he was saying that he's addicted to bad bees. You scroll his IG feed. I just think that's so embarrassing. Imagine you open up IG on the bus, on anything, and you just see thirst. It's man, an insatiable appetite. And he talks about how he failed. So he failed to stay away from these bad bees. And not only did he get with one of them, but he was impulsive. Number one, he couldn't even stay away from them. Number two, he got with one, and then that impulsive decision. And then number three, he was so impulsive that not only did he go in raw, but he also let off shots inside the girl. And so much so that she got pregnant. And his decision for all of this was to do what? To get a vasectomy.
Tell the full story? Do y'all want to hear the full story? I'll tell the story, bro, just so it's awareness. But that's why I posted that vid, so I could help. And that vid, I think, did help. I had to help somebody. So, all right, do that. Boom, bada bang. You feel me? I'm going to be honest. I was going a little strong. I say I went 2 weeks strong. No cap. I say a couple, bros. I forget how long, but I definitely took my time away, bro. And then, yeah, bro. You feel me? I'm gonna be honest. 7.5, that nigga got a mind of his own. No bull. So, bro, they started like I didn't start wilding, bro, but it was like on some shit. Like, bro, it's just life is too short, gang. I'm finna do what I gotta do. Yo, mom, dad, if y'all watching this, tune out. But I'm like, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? All right, cool. After that, Keith, you said you always wanted a grandson. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Flipped up OD, bro. Flipped up OD. I slipped up OD. I'm not gonna say when, why, cause start putting together timelines. Just know, slipped up, passed yeah. Now, you feel me? Not the end of the world. Everything's good. Just know, like, you feel me? Like, I was in the moment, I tweak out. And yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I started panicking because I told her, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I just went Columbine. Oh God. And I told her, she's just like, wait, what was you doing? And then start moving on some shit like, no, we can't be doing this. I don't know if I want to do any. I'm not gonna get into the details of the girl, like, but just know it was on some like shady shit, like, oh really? I'm like, all right. So I got scared, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I looked up, how do you get rid of, you feel me? And I found the answers.
So there's a couple of different things I want to go over. First off is Plaqueboy Max has been known to make impulsive decisions. I mean, look at the guy. He's 22. He became 22 years old with tattoos everywhere, so much so that he doesn't even have room for other tattoos. Where it's like, damn, that's really fast rate of tattoos. On top of that, him getting tattoos also led to him doing tattoos or not taking proper care of the tattoo, so much so that he got an infection, and that infection led to him being paralyzed from one side due to the infection and having to go to the hospital and spend several weeks at a hospital, almost a full month, with his ex-girlfriend at the time that he got bullied into dumping because of the internet. So that's one. So impulsive decision, him leaving FaZe, him, just all of these different things that happened. Well, him leaving FaZe was a great decision for his career. So whether that was impulsive or not doesn't really matter because the outcome was correct. But one thing he doesn't explain is why he wouldn't ever want children. Because I think that's something that people are wondering. I think it's fine. Like, one of the things that people tried to criticize Plaqueboy Max for was, man, like, what if you want kids? Well, I mean, that's a good question. And I think if he's sharing this much, he should share his reasoning for why he doesn't want kids. But realistically, I think, and I am 100% against all the people that are online that are telling people that don't want to have kids that they should have kids. It's like, dog, why are you doing that? Like, think about it. That you're bringing another individual into the world and you want somebody that's not enthusiastic about it? You really just want people that say, yo, I really, really want to have a kid. We already have a bunch of people accidentally having kids and then not wanting them and it turning out poorly. There are some people that will say, yeah, like it was an accident that I had my kid, but that was the greatest blessing ever. And I love that little rascal. And is that cope? That's a really good question that we should ask ourselves. Or is it true? It's possible that it's true. But I think if somebody knows that they do not want to have children and they make sure that they don't have children, that's perfectly fine and well. Like, the idea that we gotta force people into you trust me, you're gonna want to have kids. Some people just don't want to. Now, granted, this may affect his relationships in the future, and that's why I think this is an impulsive decision, because a lot of the time, especially if he gets a little bit older, 3 to 4 years from now, and a girl really likes him, he's like, yeah, by the way, I can't have kids. Ever. Then that's gonna turn away a lot of potential, we can't even say mates, right? Because he can't have kids, so we can't even use that term. A lot of potential spouses, significant others, if you want to call it that. I do think this was made impulsively. Did he even consult with his parents, ask them what they thought? Because when you go into a procedure like this, they tell you a lot. Like, this is the whole thing that they say is, oh, it's reversible. Listen, there's a reason when you go into the doctor tells you like 15 times, are you sure you want to do this? Are you certain you want to do this? Are you sure you're not going to change your mind? Because while it technically is reversible, it may not be reversible. So what a lot of people will do is they'll like not donate, but they'll save up a bunch of sperm for the future and freeze their sperm, kind of like these chicks freeze their eggs. So like, what if someone has frozen eggs, frozen sperm, they get together, he has a vasectomy, she's old, and then they just make a test tube. Is that even a test tube baby? That's like a Dexter's laboratory baby. That's probably where we're going to get into. I don't know if Plaqueboy Max thought that far though, to freeze his sperm, and honestly, that's a way too much TMI, but this guy's already delivered so much information to us. One of his close homies, DDG, would respond to this.
Not even again these details with y'all, it's not y'all business, but I can still bust one. It's just like I cannot get people pregnant, so I'm chilling. How?
Damn, bro. Shooting blanks. I ain't shot no blanks since I was 12. That's crazy. That's fucked up. Shooting blanks at 23. I hope this ain't real, because having kids is literally like, that's the best thing. Like, it's literally what we're here for. But if this is true, praying for you, brother. Hopefully this ain't something that, bothers you later on in life. Because at some point, you're going to want to have kids, man. Having kids is a beautiful thing. Damn. Shooting blanks at 23 is crazy.
So here, I think DDG is just reacting to the situation. He has a kid, and he doesn't seem to be too judgmental. I think he's just looking at him like, hey, man, are you really sure that you're in this for the long haul? And that's fair coming from him, because he had a child. I don't know if his child was an accident or not. I'm going to assume it most likely was, because if it was planned, then he probably would have gotten married first. And I don't know. To be honest, I actually don't know. And I'm not going to dive into that topic anymore, just out of respect. But for Plaqueboy Max, what I'm wondering is, because he was saying that, the goals that he's trying to focus on and get done, like that this will assist him with that. No, it won't. You know what would assist him with that? Just number one, not going in raw. And number two, not like, there are so many layers before you get to vasectomy. So I think he just had a pregnancy scare and panicked. I was like, how can I make sure that this never happens again? And then just went to the first thing. This guy might be dumb. Is he dumb? Like, we already have Valkyrae as the top dunce of female streamers. She's not the brightest bulb. We know that already. But she's very nice. I think she's got a good spirit. But Plaqueboy Max, we might have to crown him as kind of dumb, because if the first thought is not, oh, let me wrap it up, oh, let me not go in raw, let me pull out, quote unquote, which, who knows, and it's to get it, and plan B is also another option, that he decided to forego all of those, including the girl having birth control. So 5 different options to, oh, I'm never gonna have kids now. Because if he never wanted to have kids, he would have gotten this done earlier. It wouldn't have been as a reaction to the pregnancy scare. But this was an impulsive, a reactive decision that he made due to that. And when we got to circle back, I wonder if this is actually possible. Are medical castrations possible? Because he's talking about accomplishing his goals. Well, he said his thing still works. Obviously, it still works, right? So he's still going to be cracking chicks. So that doesn't solve, it only solves the having a child problem. Oh yeah, we also can add abortion to that list. Now you can have your, people are very divided on the issue, but that's like, what, 6 different ways to not have a kid? But I think he just understands that side of things is just at the mercy of the woman at that point. But circling back, what's really taking away from Plaqueboy Max achieving his goals is his lust, number one, and number two, the time. It's not just the lust, but it's the time that is spent in pursuing the lust and spending with the girl. So if Plaqueboy Max is going to be cracking the chicks anyway, the time that he's going out with them, that he's involved with them, that he's active with them, that's all time that's not going to his goals. So that time is still being wasted regardless of whether you're protected, you're having a kid. Well, if you have a kid, then that's going to take more of your time. But the point is, that time is still being wasted either way. Now, if he was smart and really wanted to save himself some time, he would do like Lord Varys and castrate himself. Because if he castrates himself, then he doesn't even have the desire for women anymore. He doesn't have that lust whatsoever at all, and he can completely dial in on his goals at that point. Because if you can't even have a kid, right? That's what procreation is for. What's the point of even like just chop the whole thing off, just medically castrate? I wonder if that's even allowed. I mean, euthanasia is being allowed right now, so castration should be allowed. Now that is a crazy procedure, like sawing off the jewels, but I think they probably got a medical thing for it. Or why doesn't he just hop on testosterone? That's actually this guy should have hit up Clavicular, because if Plaqueboy Max just hopped on some gear, then he would be more motivated to do what he's already doing. He would have more energy, and yes, he would probably spend more time with chicks because his lust would increase, but there's no chance that he gets them pregnant. And then he can just go on some sort of post-cycle therapy and bring back his fertility. That's way safer than going through the vasectomy. So that's how I know this guy didn't even think it through, because here I am thinking it through in real time, and I just figured out a better solution than he ever had. And no, he's not going to get huge by taking some. Also, he'll get whatever aesthetic benefits come from taking gear as well. So he would get cognitive benefits, he would get stronger, and he would also not impregnate women, and he could still be loose and go in raw. So he could have won on all fronts there. So I think Plaqueboy Max just made such an impulsive decision here. There were a lot of other options. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.